Excuse me. What in the world are you thinking?
Mean Gene, the first thing you need to do is to tell these people to shut up if you want to hear what I gotta say.
What up, y'all? It's KMB, the Sexy Ninja, in the place to be for a Paper Saber universe, and this is the New World Podcast, brother. And we're talking about Collision, February 10th, 2024. We got Tony, Kevin, Nigel on commentary. We're in Henderson, Nevada, or Las Vegas, either or. I gotta say, the arena they are in is the Dollar Loan Center. I don't know why I found this so funny, but I was thinking of Jackie Moon from Semi-Pro and their little weird... There's some arenas I just don't recognize the names when they're like the Dollar Loan place. I guess, is this where the not LA Knights, but the Knights play? Las Vegas Knights? Is that what it is? Las Vegas? Or I thought it was the LA Knights. I don't know. Some form of hockey team plays here, right? I don't know. I don't know hockey. So, but we start the show off with CMLL versus BCC, the Blackpool Combat Club. Fun match, you know. It's just one of those things where I get to the end of my week and Collision is either it'll hit or it'll just drag, and it's just a show to try to get through. But Mox cuts a promo afterwards because he's the instigator in all this. You know, he tells them like, "Hey, you bring whoever you want, you know, from Mexico, from anywhere in the anywhere in the world, and you're gonna get stepped on. You're gonna step up and get stepped on by us, you know." And here comes FTR, and I was like, "Oh, okay. So you guys are getting into beef with another faction? Didn't you just get done with the House of Black?" I was just like, okay, all right. Now FTR versus the BCC. We'll see how that turns out. Daniel Garcia, my boy, versus Shane Taylor. Lee Moriarty on the outside. Daddy Magic on commentary. What a match. Daniel Garcia got the win, which I was very happy about. I'm like, this kid needs to be shot to the moon. And he needs to go after that TNT championship, and I like what he does later on in the show. We have Eddie Kingston. Calls out Bryan Danielson. He says, "Hey, I want to fight. You don't respect me. You lost. Let's do this." A challenge. And he says, "And if I beat you again, you're going to shake my hand." He's very adamant about shaking hands. Brian Cage taking on Squash Gang, even though it was the Outrunners or Runners. Or, I don't know. Squash Gang all day, baby. And Vegas Knights, that's what it is. The mascot, Chance, he was there, and he danced with Prince Nana and everything like that. And I'm just like, this is silly. All right, but Brian Cage got the win, and guess who comes out? Because they start beating down Chance. They could have let Chance have a moment with Prince Nana. They're like, no, we're gonna beat you down, you stupid mascot. And here comes Hook for the save, and they didn't get the signal they were trying to, but here comes Hook. And Brian Cage and him go at it. And I was like looking at the size difference. I'm just like, I just can't believe a guy like Hook taking on Brian Cage. And possibly knowing Tony beat Brian Cage. Like, Hook went toe-to-toe with Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe did the best he can, made him look good. But goddamn, dude, the size difference, you know, that there has to be some believability in that. Like, their thing is like, Hook is unstoppable. He won't stop. He has a big heart. Great, that's awesome, but come on. Lexi's with the Undisputed Kingdom backstage with Ishii by them, and Roderick's like, hey, you know, I got a match at Revolution for the AEW International Championship, and if you win, I will face you, and I will beat you for that championship. Ishii did not like that. He didn't like that at all. So, you know, we got a little beef there. We got Tony in the ring, and he calls out Adam Copeland. Adam Copeland comes out. He's like, yeah. And for some reason, Tony goes, hey, you have been on such a winning streak. Which championship are you going to choose? You have the International Championship. You have the... He doesn't even mention Eddie Kingston, which is funny. And he goes, you got the TNT Championship, blah, blah. And Adam's like, yeah, you know, I could go after that international championship, but that path is already laid out for somebody else. I could face Eddie Kingston for his, and he could have even, I don't think he could remember the name of the title. He was like, and his multiple championships he has. And, he goes, but the TNT championship is something that I want and that I had that was taken from me. But guess what? Here comes Daniel Garcia, baby. Oh, yeah. He comes out and he says what I said last week. Daniel's like, yo, if wins are a thing that need to be a thing, I've been winning as well, and I want that championship. So it sets up a match between Adam Copeland and Daniel Garcia to see who's going to be the number one contender to take on Christian Cage. And I'm like, come on, Danny. Come on. I'm just like, Daddy Magic. Let's do this, Danny Garcia. But he's going to lose to Adam Copeland. And that's just going to piss me the fuck off. Oh, wrestling. Stokely is backstage with his two, Willow and Chris, and they're with Renee. Willow sets a challenge, gives a challenge to Sky Blue, and they're going to face each other. They were best friends and everything like that. Julia Hart, the spooky one. I like what Stokely says. You can shop at Hot Topic all you want. I thought that was pretty funny. Mark Briscoe versus Brody King. Brody King gets the win, and Julia stabs Mark. This is where I thought somebody was going to come save Mark, but no one came to save Mark. But Julia Hart stabs him right in the head, and it's just bleeding all over. Brian Keith promo. He is all elite. He says, I will climb the ranks and collect my bounty. I'm like, you do so, good sir, and I tip my hat to you like this. Deonna Purrazzo versus Kiera Hogan. Deonna Purrazzo for the win. Then, of course, as she's leaving, no respect from Toni Storm. Toni gives no fucks. She comes out because she's going to face Queen Aminata. And these two were fun matches. They were fun for what they were. But Toni cuts a promo afterwards. And this is where I laughed. She's like, what stays in Vegas? But we're in Henderson. And I was just like... Diamante or whatever. She's got the thing next week. And she has a new film. It was the new film, Wet Ink. Toni Storm makes me happy. That's all I can say. Now, the AEW International Championship, Orange Cassidy versus Ishii. And you talk about a battle. Orange Cassidy retains the championship, but of course, guess who comes out? The Undisputed Kingdom to beat him down, to send him a message. Ishii comes for the save, and here comes Trent to shoo off the Undisputed Kingdom, and that's the way we end this show. That's it. That's all. Revolution, March 3rd. We're building to that pay-per-view. We got... I'm not going to lie. I got really happy about this. Collision will be back in 2 weeks. So there's no Collision coming up because they got the big NBA thingy, the basketball thingy. I don't know what it is, but on TNT. But they will be back in 2 weeks. I was like, I get a break from Collision. Oh, thank God. I could probably put TNA in that place just for that week. I don't know. I'm trying to catch up on TNA right now. But I got really excited when I heard that. I was like, I get a break? I can just wake up Sunday morning and not be like, oh my God, I got to watch Collision. I give this show a solid 3 out of 5. My match of the night was Daniel Garcia versus Shane Taylor. Second to that was the Orange Cassidy versus Ishii for the championship. And that's it. That's all. We're in Henderson, or we're in Las Vegas at the Jackie Moon Arena. That's it, man. Drop those comments below. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, share it with your grandma, share with the bum down at Walmart. I am KMB, the Sexy Ninja. Go to ProWrestlingTees.com/New World Podcast. Get yourself that sweet NWP logo created by Penta X. And remember that the New World Podcast is for life, brother.
And of course, Swerve and Hangman Page and Samoa Joe at Revolution. Oh,